So this past weekend we took a group trip to Berlin, which was really fun. We took a 1.5 hour train ride from Leipzig to Berlin. And the first day we were there, we had a 5-hour walking tour. It was definitely not as terrible as it sounds. Our tour guide was really cool. It was really interesting to listen to all the things he had to say. We walked around like the historical part of Berlin. We saw things like the Berlin Dome and the Brandenburg Gate. It was really cool.
The shelves are supposed to be bookshelves, and the capacity of the bookshelves is roughly that of the quantity of books that were burnt here.
It was horribly cold at that time, so we were all suffering a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. I would probably do it again, maybe in the summer time. And the next day we had a free day, so me and a group of people went with the intention of going to Museum Island, but in the end we never got there. It was snowy and dreary and kind of cold, but mostly we just wandered around.
We're last. Literally last.
Oh boy.
We went to the Checkpoint Charlie Museum. That was my favorite part. Checkpoint Charlie was a point at the Berlin Wall between the east and west sides of Berlin. When you wanted to travel between the two sides, that's where you would stop. They have a museum right there that's full of information. There was so much to read. I could have spent like 2 more days just going back to that same museum. On Sunday, we went as a group to 2 museums, the Topography of Terror Museum, which was about the Gestapo and the SS headquarters, and then the Holocaust Memorial and the museum underneath. I didn't take a lot of footage because it felt inappropriate. It felt a little disrespectful given the topics. I really learned a lot going to those museums. It was very emotional for me. The Holocaust Memorial, the point is that you're supposed to feel separated from the rest of the world when you go down, and when you go through the different passageways, it's very disorienting, very easy to get lost. All over, Berlin was really fun. And I'm thinking maybe I want to go back, actually visit the Museum Island this time and not just get tired before we get there, but we'll see. So we learned about this in school growing up, but I never really understood JFK's famous line, like, "Ich bin ein Berliner, I am a Berliner," when he was talking about, or when he was giving a speech about the Berlin Wall. We always learned that it was a mistake on his part, and that he actually said, "I am a jelly donut," and I never got that until I came here, and this is a Berliner. This is what it's called. And when you bite into it, it's filled with jelly right here. So when he said, "Ich bin ein Berliner," he said, "I am one of these delicious things." So, fun fact.